everyone. We're back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't even see me rubbing my hands. Hold on. I mean, you can't even see me. They can't even see me on the camera, but you can't see me either. Let me stop sharing real quick. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, we're back with Mock Draft 5.0. 5. Let me repeat. 5.0. All right, Gil, you can see it again, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys won't be able to see me today. You'll see Gil. All right, Gil. Where's the damn coin? Let's do this. All right, Gillerino. Before we start, I want to point out congratulations to David Gucciardi and Ryan Chesley scoring their first career goals and their first career games in the AHL. The future's bright, at least for Chesley. I don't know about Gucciardi. I just don't think he's NHL material. Chesley looked amazing Sunday night, so we'll see how he looks going forward. All right, Gil, heads or tails?
Tails.
It is heads. I'm picking first. This is the first time since we started this that I'm picking first.
Works for me.
Chicago is on the clock. They're definitely not going fucking defense. I'll tell you that. Let me double check if recording. We are recording. All right, Gil. Chicago is not taking James Higgins either. They're gonna go a guy that's been moving up on the boards a little lately, who could potentially be in the Memorial Cup. Porter Martin. Going first overall. Gil, you're on the clock with San Jose, and I'm pretty sure this is an easy one.
Yeah, well, I mean, he might have fallen in some guys' lists, but I think he's going to be a good fit with the kids that San Jose's collected. Higgins.
Oh, Higgins, I was going Schaefer, bro.
Fuck that.
They need defense, dude. They need defense.
No.
All right, Buffalo's on the clock, and they're going to take Michael Misa.
No, they need goalies before they need defense.
They got a Sekharov.
He hasn't shown me anything.
He's got the best stats in freaking the AHL.
AHL?
He hasn't played well in the NHL. I'll give you that in 4 games. He's won 4 games, though. But he's playing for fucking San Jose. You can't really fault him for that. You got to put a team in front of him.
We'll see.
I think he's their goalie in the future. All right, I'm taking Michael Misa, who will be in the Memorial Cup, as the Spirit are hosting the Memorial Cup this year. They automatically get a bid. Gil, you're on the clock with Nashville.
Okay, Nashville. Roman Yossi's got to start getting up there. I mean, he's what? He's past 30 now, I'm pretty sure.
Roman Yossi, I think he's 32.
Yeah. So why not start building on getting his successor? So did Schaefer hasn't gone yet. You didn't pick him, did you?
No, I was going to have him go to San Jose.
Okay. Then send him to Nashville.
He's 34. Roman Yossi's 34.
Yeah, get started on that now.
All right, Detroit's on the clock. We're gonna have them take a fucking Swedish baby, Victor Eklund. They always love their Swedish guys. Seattle's on the clock.
Seattle. The same problem we had last time. All these freaking centers.
Yeah, this is a deep center class.
Seattle. Seattle. Well, I can't see him going that high. But they got him ranked pretty high.
Oh my God, Roger McQueen's a big boy.
Yeah, I think he fits Seattle style the best. Roger McQueen.
He's fucking 6'5". Oh my god, he's a big boy. All right, Detroit's on the clock. Oh, not Detroit. Anaheim's on the clock. They're gonna take Logan Hensler. They need defense. Gil, you're on the clock with Montreal.
Montreal.
Our first round opponent. It's looking more and more likely they're going to be our first round opponent.
Montreal. Sure. Give him the guy from the Q, Denoye.
You think they need center help?
Well, I mean, if one of their prospects doesn't pan out,
Well,
then
Kirby
that.
Doc's hurt. We don't know how long he's going to be out.
Well,
So.
Kirby Doc is about that far away from being a permanent AHLer.
Yeah. All right. Islanders are on the clock. They're going to take Malcolm Spence here. The New York Rangers, which could potentially, this would be New York Rangers pick if they pick in the tens. Next year it'll go to Pittsburgh. Gil, you're with the New York Rangers.
Oh God, I got to pick for them. Well,
you're also gonna have to pick for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Who was officially eliminated? Pop
Thank
the champagne,
God.
baby. Pop the champagne.
Thank God. Loving that. Okay. Well.
So we got a lot of options here.
So we got the Rangers. So Panarin is probably on his way out.
Yeah.
So they're gonna need to replace that. They're not gonna go WHL, so Lakovic is out.
So is Carbonu. Oh no, Schmidt and Smith.
I doubt they're going to go defense. I do not want to give them Cullen Potter.
He's too small for their liking anyways. David Carl doesn't like his small players.
You think they hire Carl?
I think they're more likely. He's going to go to the Rangers. I think he's going to go to the Rangers.
Does he want a team that's tanking?
Yeah, but Gabriel Perreault is on the team, and Carl and him are very close from the World Juniors, which is why I think that's a good fit for him, because he'll be able to work with. The Rangers need a better young up and coming coach, and Carl is going to get them there. But they got to get rid of Chris Drury first. They got to get rid of Chris Drury out of there. They got to get him out of there first.
Yeah, they got to get him out of there.
I would not. God. If I'm Carl, I'm not going there until Chris Drury's gone.
Walking poison. All right. Well, they got to pick somebody. So, crap. Well, I guess they love the Russian forwards. Ryabkin from Dynamo.
Philadelphia's on the clock. Philadelphia have one of which I think potentially 3 first-rounders. Philadelphia, it needs defense, and they're going to go the young kid, Jackson Smith. Gil, you are Columbus.
Columbus. Boy, that was tough too. I don't think they need a center, but I think at that point they're going to go best player available, so Frondell.
They don't really need much. Columbus doesn't really need much. They just need their players to develop.
Yeah, they're right on the edge.
Why the fuck is St. Louis right here? St. Louis is in a playoff spot.
Probably didn't know that at the time.
This is probably not updated yet. Fully updated. Because Pittsburgh is still considered a playoff. Pittsburgh is probably a little higher up. I guess we'll pretend this is St. Louis. If this is the case, they're going to go with the young kid, the QMJHL, Justin Carberdo.
All right, so who's next?
Pitt, your favorite team.
Oh, lovely. I'm not giving him Potter. I don't care if it
don't
means
think
he
I don't think they're
sinks.
gonna take him to get Potter anyways. I don't
I'm
think they're
not
gonna
gonna.
take.
I am not giving him Potter.
I don't think
I'm.
they're taking. They need a defenseman too. They need to go defense because they got to replace Letang, who's potentially out next year.
Well then, okay, then Rodham Mertka would probably be good for them then. Good enough.
All right, Utah's on the clock. Utah loves their small forwards. This is where Colin Potter goes.
Yeah, that would be that'd be a good fit for him.
All right, Montreal has to go defense. They got to pair Lane Hudson with someone. Uh, this is your pick, Gil. I wish you would tell
Um,
us what their needs are. That would be awesome if it told us what their needs were.
who's this? Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd they get another pick?
Uh, they might have. This is draft picks. Not shows draft picks.
I don't remember them making that many deals.
I think they got it. So they got it from the Flames.
Huh. Okay.
They got it from the Flames. So no, this is the Allen pick.
Oh, the one they got for Jake Allen?
Yeah.
Or no? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's
All
a
right.
second
All right.
round if
All right.
Allen plays 40 or more games, which it's a conditional first round pick.
Which I think he ended up doing because Markstrom got hurt.
Yeah. So this is their second round pick. So their first round picks are here. So they got a pick from the Calgary Flames.
For Monahan.
From Monahan. No, that was the Flames. The Flames got their pick. Then they got the pick from the Panthers, which traded from the Flames before Matthew Tkachuk, because the Flames got. Who the hell did they get from the Flames? They got Sean Monahan, and then I guess they also got a first round pick to take Sean Monahan off there. So no, this might be Winnipeg's. No, Winnipeg's picking in this. Never mind. I think it's Calgary's pick. That's what it says.
All right. Okay.
So, and then Calgary has two more first rounders.
All right. So Montreal. Didn't Cameron Schmidt get picked?
No, he's right here.
No.
They gotta go defense though. They gotta pair.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're not going WHL.
They gotta pair freaking Lane Hudson, dude. They don't have anyone on that right side.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is,
Well,
the next guy
I don't
up,
see anybody.
The next guy up is a left-handed defenseman. I mean, then there's the Russian kid who's also left. So the next guy that'd be right isn't even on the board. Maybe Blake Fiddler, but he's not going fucking 16th. That's a rate. That's way too much of a reach. I think they go defense in the second round. They gotta go Cameron Schmidt here.
Yeah.
Is that your pick?
Yeah, they're going to go best player available. So yeah.
Ottawa again's not in this position. Ottawa is kind of in this position because they're making the playoffs. So past 16. So this is their picks. Okay. Ottawa really doesn't need anything. They do need defense, but I think they go the kid out of the USHL, and they draft Jack Murtick. All right, Gil, you know it, Gil. The last 4 mock drafts, we had him going to Boston. He's got to go number 5. You know how Boston loves their Slovakian players.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, Pobazol.
This is too much of a fit for Boston, anyways. I just would not be shocked if he still goes to Boston at 18. It's just too good of a pick. All right, Philadelphia picks Smith and Jacks. Smith, that was a defensive, right? So they're going to go forward here. I don't think they take Landon because I have a feeling there's talks that Lyndon Lakovic could fall. I have a feeling they go the kid from the OHL, from the Bulldogs, Jake O'Brien. Gil, you're on the clock with Vancouver.
Vancouver. Do they go defense? I doubt it.
Vancouver really doesn't need defense.
No.
They need potential
No.
forwards to replace Brock Besser or Elias Pettersson, which one of the two is getting traded in the offseason. And I mean the good Elias Pettersson, not the one they just traded for this year.
um. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know he's like falling down the order, but they may take a chance on Lakovic.
There we go, Lyndon Lakovic, 20th overall. Apparently, it's something to do with his skating. All right, Dallas is on the clock. No, Dallas is not on the clock. This is Carolina's pick because Dallas traded this pick for Mikko Rantanen. So this is Carolina picking, not Dallas. It says Dallas, but this is Carolina picking. Carolina is gonna double dip here. They're gonna go center. They love their small forwards. Did you see what fucking dumbass Rod Brennamore said the other day about the
Yeah.
fucking stupid?
Yeah. I heard about it. I heard about it.
It's gonna cost him on Thursday.
He's an ass clown. I
All right,
mean, what did
Gil.
you expect? What did you expect?
Nashville, second of 3 picks for Nashville in the first round.
Okay, Nashville. We already gave him a defenseman.
Yeah, they want Matthew Schaefer. So this is where the forward go. I think I know who you're going to pick on this pick. He's sitting there right at 23.
Yeah, why not? William Moore.
This would be next.
I don't know how good a fit he'd be, but yeah, why not?
I think he fits more on Carolina. But I could definitely see Moore falling too. Chicago's on the clock. Chicago drafted a winger, Porter Martone. So they're good, and they got their goalie for the future in Spencer Knight. So they're not going to draft a goalie. They might double dip offense or no defense, but I don't see it happening because I still think this kid's going to LA in the next pick to replace Drew Doughty in the future.
Right.
Cole Reckney seems like a good pick. And there's a kid right here. This kid I want for the Capitals. This is the kid I want for the Capitals. Braden Coots. All right, Gil, you're on the clock with LA, and I'm thinking you're taking Krishan Atchison.
Yep.
We've taken him almost every draft pick for the LA Kings in the first round. Why stop there? He's the future replacement for Drew Doughty.
Yep.
All right, Carolina's on the clock. Carolina went... What the fuck did they pick? So they picked Adam Banach. Here they're going to pick a defenseman. They're going to go the big Russian, Artem Vajinsky. Philadelphia's on the clock for their last pick in the first round. Gil. They could go
Didn't we
goalie.
give them? Didn't we give them? I just saw him.
Jake O'Brien.
Oh, last year, last draft.
Who did we get? Wait, who did we give him?
I thought we gave them Bill Zonin.
No, we gave Bill Zahn almost every pit draft to the Calgary Flames.
All right.
But we might have given him to the last draft. We might have given him last draft. I just think he still fits better on Calgary.
All right, Philly.
So they might double dip. They could double dip and go after Sasha.
Boomdian. Yeah. Open up his profile again.
He's 6'2", 183.
6'2". Yeah, he'll fill out. Yeah. I like that.
Because he's been rising on people's boards. I think he also plays on the same blue line as Cole Hudson. All right, we got Columbus. Who did Columbus take? Antoine Frondal. They're going to take the best available player, the best available defenseman. And I think they go Blake Fiddler. All right, Calgary's on the clock. Gil, you know what to do.
Bill Zonin.
Calgary's back on the clock. We know what. So they're going to go center here, and I think they take the kid out of the NTDP, and they go Conrad Fedonk. Gil, you're on the clock with Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, Winnipeg. Brady Martin, Sioux.
You think they go center?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, Washington's sitting here, and they got some great options here. They could go Luca Romano. They can go Cameron Reed. They can go Cole McKinney. But I think they go the best option here, and they go Brandon Coots. Because this kid has potential to be a number one center, and that's what's the Caps need in the future. That's all they're lacking right now is outside of goaltender in the draft. The prospect ranking is they need a number one center for the future. I love Dylan Strome. He's got, 2 more years left on his contract. By then, he'll be, 30 years old?
Yep.
So they need a replacement for Dylan Strome. And I think this is it. I think Brandon Coots, don't be shocked if they draft Coots in the first round. They love their WHL players. I mean, it's worked out for them with Kristall, and it's starting to look like it's working out for them for Parasek. And that would be one hell of a top line of Kristall, Brandon Coots, and Ryan Leonard. Which I'm pissed because he was at practice today. We didn't think he was going to be at practice today, and I got an update. Someone messaged it on Twitter saying that he was at practice. I'm like, fuck! We could have gone today! So, Dylan Strome's contract. Let's look at that. So, this is going to be the major factor on what the Capitals do with their first pick. Because they can always go defense in the second round. So, he is signed until 2027, 28. So by the time his contract ends, he'll be 30. He'll be 31 when he's a UFA. So the Capitals are going to move on from him. And if you look at Brandon Coots, it's going to take him, 2 to 3 years to get ready. That's perfect. That lines up perfect. I mean, they can't go wrong with either of these two guys. Cole McKinney and Brandon Coots, but I think they take the better of the two. Because Cole McKinney is not a guaranteed. He can play all 4 years in college. He's committing to Michigan. He could end up signing with a different team. I mean, look at Tampa Bay. They're in such a shitty position. They just lost one of their prospects to Florida. Eamon Powell is playing for the Florida Panthers, the Charlotte Checkers AHL team, which he could potentially sign with the Florida Panthers. I need a haircut. Alright, so I'm going to take the kid here. Gil, do you have any final words before I draft this pick?
No.
Do you seem to agree?
Yeah.
I think this kid has potential. I even drafted him in NHL 25 as a GM. He was our first pick. This kid has a lot. Like, he's small. He's 5'11", 180, but that's fine. Like, when he has two big guys. Even then, if we put Miro on that top line in the future, he'll have Miro on his left side and Leonard on his right side. Two guys that are going to fucking throw their weight around. He'll be fine. So I think we take Brandon Coots. I love the name. Sounds like a capital. Gil, you are the Nashville Predators. You're on the clock.
Jeez, Nashville again.
So you got William Moore in the 22nd overall pick, and then they got Matthew Schaefer. So they could go goalie here. I think they go goalie here. I think this is where the goalie goes off the board. And the top-rated goalie is Joshua Ravensbergen. I think we've done this the last 3 picks where a goalie has gone off the board.
I don't know. I think Nashville needs help everywhere.
Yeah, but I think they have 3 first-round picks. I don't think they're going to find a better... Like, next year's draft class for goalies is not as good as this year's. This year's has a very deep class of goaltending. Which is why I think there's no way in hell Joshua Ravensberg makes it the next time they pick. Because, they could pick him at 36. I guess they can pick him. Because Chicago doesn't need a goalie. San Jose doesn't need a goalie. Buffalo already has 3 goalies in their system. I don't think... Like, the next closest team to draft a goalie is Seattle. So, but this is ultimately your pick. Do you double dip on defense? Or do you go forward? Or do you just go goalie?
Barry Trotz likes defense. Yeah, they double dip. Charlie Trethaway.
I was thinking that. I was like, yep. I was hovering towards Charlie Trethewey. All right. So San Jose ends the first round. Charlie Trethewey. All right. Chicago. You had them taking freaking. I had them taking Porter Martone. All right. So they want. They don't need defense help. They don't need goaltending help. They don't need center help, but they do need a forward. And I think they take the kid, Benjamin Caven, who I think is committed to college this year. So Chicago loves all their college players. All right, Gil, you are San Jose on the clock, and I'm assuming you're probably going to take Cameron Reed because they need defense.
Yep.
All right, Gil. Buffalo is on the clock. Buffalo took Michael Misa. They'll go at this time. I think they will have Bowen Byram traded already, so they will need some help on that blue line. I think they take the kid out of the juniors, who's a big boy, Carter Amico. Gil, you got to take goalie here because he's not making it past 38.
Ravensburgen?
Yeah, he's not making it past 38.
Yeah, might as well.
Seattle needs a goalie. And if he makes it past Seattle, I think the Island. No, not really. The Islanders don't need him. The Avs will take him though. The Avs love drafting goalies. All right, Detroit. What the fuck did they take? Detroit took Victor Eklund. They will go defense here to help their boy. The two guys. They got who's the two defenses they have? Edwardson and Sider, right? That's their two top defensemen. So they need a third guy in that blue line. So Owen Conrad will join that. Seattle is on the clock, Gil. They gotta go goalie here. I think they go goalie here. Like they need a goalie in their system. The next best goalie is Jack Ivan Kovic, which I can definitely see them going.
Oh, yep, there he is. Sure.
Or they can go the bigger goalie out of Russia. I think Jack. Jack's the second best goalie in this draft. All right, Phillies on the clock. They took everything in that first round. Philly's going to be set for a couple of years. The next couple of years, they're going to be really good. Jackson Smith. Carl could go to Philadelphia. That's another potential team that he could go to. Because Philadelphia, unlike the Rangers, is actually set for the future. My fear is that he might go to fucking Pittsburgh. That scares the fuck out of me. But Philadelphia is a team that potentially could end up signing David Carl in the offseason to be their their new head coach. Jackson Smith. They picked their defenseman. They went defense, center, defense. So here I think they go forward again. They go the kid, Ben Kindell. Gil, you're on the clock with Montreal.
Montreal. Cole McKinney hasn't been taken yet?
What?
Cole McKinney. Nobody picked him up?
Nope. A lot of these teams don't really need a center.
Yeah. Ooh, and I already gave them one.
Yeah, you gave him Caleb Denoyer.
I
see them going Denoyer.
Wait.
Here.
All right. Where is?
They might go defense. We talked about this. They can go defense.
That's what I'm looking for.
All right, you need defense prospects here. So you got there we go. There's a big guy. This could be
Radovojevic.
And he shoots right too. Hold
Yep.
on. Does Lane shoot left? I think he shoots left like his brother, like Cole. He is he's only 5'9". Yeah, he shoots left, so that's perfect. That'd be a perfect
works.
pairing for him. All right, Islanders are on the clock. They're pretty fucking pissed because they wanted Radovic. Who are the Islanders? We had the Islanders take what? Malcolm Spence. They go center here. This is the pick. They go center, and this is where Cole McKinney goes. Gil, you're Colorado.
Avs. Well, they don't need a center either.
No, they don't need goaltending either. They drafted like fucking 3 goalies last year. Fuck it. Why not? Let's give them another goalie. No, they got a good goalie in Nabokov. They'll be fine.
Carter Bear.
Carter Bear.
Why not? I know they don't need a center, but
Well, after trading away Callum Ritchie, I think they do. They got rid of him for Brock Nelson, which is another reason why the Islanders might not need a center. Because they have Callum Ritchie in the waiting. All right, Philadelphia, 1 of 2 Philadelphia picks. Philadelphia's got, like, this is what I'm saying. David Carl could go to Philadelphia because they're set up so well. Who do we have Philly taking in the first round with their first pick? We had Philly take Smith. So they went Jackson Smith, Jake O'Brien, and then Sasha Boonem. So they got all the answers. They don't need a goalie because they have that kid. What is it? Bjornsson? Who they believe is the future in net. Carson Barnson. So they believe that kid is the future in net. So I don't see them going goalie here. If they're going to go goalie, it's going to be later. So this is probably going to be a throwaway pick, and they take the kid out of Kitchener Rangers, Luca Romano. Gil, you're back on the clock with Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Where the fuck did this kid come from? This Czechia kid came out of nowhere. Hey, should we draft Jack Nesbitt because he's Ilya Protas' teammate? You know what?
You never know.
He might. I could definitely see the Capitals double dipping because I don't think they're going to go defense. I don't think they're going defense this year in the first 2 picks. Because they got too many prospects. They need more forward help and goaltending, so that should be really the main focus for the Capitals. Because that left side's fucking a log jam. They could go right, but I don't see there's not many right defensemen here for the Capitals. There's really not many right defensemen. I mean, there's Alex Huang that could go. But this is Philly's pick anyways. There's Carl Anberg I can see going to Washington. All right, Gil, who do you got for Philadelphia?
How about Kurban Limitov? Another defense.
Fucking big boy. They're stacking up on.
They like their big D.
So does she.
Yeah.
All right, Edmonton, you're on the clock. Edmonton. You know what? You know who sounds like? No, he's got to go to Washington. He plays for the Madison Capitals. No, he sounds like a fucking Tampa Bay Lightning. So this sounds. Edmonton does need their center help for the future after losing Dylan Holloway. So they're going to go Milton Gastrin. Gil, you're on the clock with Montreal. Do they panic and draft a goalie because Jack Fowler's not coming over yet?
No.
He said he's going back to his, I think his sophomore or junior season.
No, I think they'll ride out their goalie situation another year.
Goalies in college do need more than 2 years. They need like 3 or 4. They need to play majority of their college career to get developed. This is why I'm not too panicking on Nicholas Kemp, but I don't think the Capitals are looking at that way. I think the Capitals see this year's draft class as goaltending is really deep, that they might draft a goalie. Because like I said, that's one of the only things the Capitals don't have in their pipeline is a future goalie in net. Which right now they're not too concerned because they have Logan Thompson locked up. But Logan Thompson's going to get, like, at the end of his contract, he's going to be, what, 35?
Yeah.
31? But I think this should be a throwaway pick for Montreal. While I look up Logan Thompson's contract. So Logan Thompson's contract is what, 5 years?
Yes.
So he will be 33 when the contract ends. So around that time is when we're going to need a goalie in net. So say we draft someone this year and it takes him the 4 years. So he'll be 22 by the time he's ready. So Thompson by then will have 1 year left on his contract. I could see it happening. The Capitals might go, but we don't have a second rounder this time. We traded away for Pittsburgh, so I don't think it will be in the second round for the Capitals. But anyways, Gil, who do you have Montreal taking?
Jacob Wozniak.
You love that man's name. Riker Lee, baby. You're a Tampa Bay Lightning. The Calgary Flames are on the clock, Gil.
I think they go best player available. Melvin Novotny from Lexon.
Ottawa is on the clock. Ottawa is going to come in and swoop Alex Huang from the Capitals, but it's going to be all right because there's a kid named Jack Nesbitt sitting right after that. Ottawa gets Alex Huang. Gil?
On baby Protus's wing, Jack Nesbitt.
Is he? Do they play in the same wing?
Good question.
What is their team? The
Windsor Spitfires.
Spitfires lines. I don't know if it's gonna show me. So the big line I think is. So the big line is Ilya Protas. No, the big line is Noah Morneau, Liam Greentree, and Ilya Protas.
Okay, maybe not.
He is. I think he's the second line. Jack Nesbitt. So let's look at his points. His point total this year. So Jack Nesbitt, he's a big boy. So if the Capitals go defense in the first round, they're definitely taking Nesbitt. Because he could be he's 18 years old. He's 6'4", 193. He has potential to be a number one center. His points this year were 64. But I'm assuming once Liam Greentree comes over next year, those points will go up. Because I think he only plays he plays in the second line. In the playoffs, he has 7 points. So it's not like he's not producing. This seems we took him last time, right? I think we took him last time. Jake Nesbitt.
Yeah.
I do feel like this is a great fit for the Capitals. I still think we take Brandon Coots, but I think Jake Nesbitt could be potential to be our number 2 center. If the Capitals if they double dip in center, I will not be too pissed off because I think that's what the Capitals need right now. They need center depth. They have everything else. They have defense. Yep. The left side is a fucking log jam. The right side now with Gucci already signed is a log jam. I mean, they have Roy for another 3 years. Carlson's probably going to sign a 2-year deal. Chesley will be ready in a couple of years. Cole Hudson's coming over in a couple of years, which I have to say would be fucking crazy though. If we end up playing Montreal in the first round and we sign Cole Hudson and it's Hudson versus Hudson, that'd be fucking crazy. Now, like I said in our podcast, Tarek truly believes the Capitals are going to leave it up to Cole Hudson to sign, kind of like they did with Leonard last year. I don't think he's going to sign unless Boston University goes all the way. Because then there's no reason for him to stay at Boston University if he won the national title. I mean, he could run it back, but I just don't see it. But this is a good pick for the Capitals. I think Jake Nesbitt fits them very well. He's a big forward. You put him on that top line. So say if we don't get Brandon Coots. Say we draft Sasha Boudmian, which I don't think we should because he's a left-handed defenseman. He's a left-handed defenseman, right? Let's look that up. Sasha Boudmian is a left-handed defenseman, I think. He's a big boy too. I would not be mad if we get him and we get Jack Nesbitt. So he's 6'2", he shoots left. So I don't think we're gonna go. We need right-handed defensemen. If anything, we need a right-handed defenseman because we're what's our two prospects? Arario, which at this point isn't really considered a prospect. Chesley and Gucciardi and Brent Johnson, I think. Brent Johnson, who is yet to sign with us though, which I don't think he will sign until the off season. Will be our freaking contracts. What's it called? The rollover, and they reset. So he is. Oh no, he didn't sign with us. Okay. So he's playing for the Wheeling Nailers. Well, bye-bye Johnson. Who the hell are the Wheeling Nailers? Who are their affiliate? That's Vegas, right? No. That's Edmonton, right?
No, I think it's Columbus. No. That's Cleveland.
Yeah, they have Cleveland now. Who is their affiliate? Pittsburgh. Fuck! Ah, shit. He's a Penguin. Fuck! Alright, so the Capitals do need to go right defenseman, so I don't think they're going to go Sasha, unless they can put him on the right side. Alright, Gil, you are... Oh, I'm Calgary, so Calgary's going to take the best available player. Calgary's got to go Carl Anburn. Gil, you're up next. Oh, Washington's still... Oh, that's Pittsburgh's pick, so that's not ours. That hasn't been updated yet. This will probably be updated next round. Next time in May. 52nd, Gil. You're Vancouver.
Vancouver.
They took Lyndon Lekovich. So they might go defense here.
Well, assuming they do.
Do they keep the kid from the WHL? Or do they go to the kid from Michigan?
Reese Hamilton looks like a good fit. Yeah. Why not?
All right, Chicago is on the clock. Chicago's drafted everything in this draft. They got forwards, defense. They don't have defense. They don't really need defense. That fucking blue line's going to be fucking... That blue line's going to be nasty in a couple years. They got that fucking big Russian on the right side. They got Alex Vlasic. They got freaking Sammy Rinzel. Who's the other guy they got? The other guy they recently just signed, the big kid. They also got Oliver Moore. They got freaking Frank Nazar. They got Connor Bedard. They're going to be good in a couple of years. They just got to ride the storm. That's all they got to do is ride the storm. They got their goalie in net. Spencer Knight's only, what, 23?
Well, he's young-ish. I don't know if he's that young.
He's 23. He's 23.
Oh, he is?
He turns 24 on the 19th.
Oh,
so
all right.
He's still young. Like, it takes goalies to 24 to develop. He is still young. So he is. I think he's their future in net. Like I said, he had no future in Florida with Bobrovsky playing the way he is. Bobrovsky still has how many years left on his contract?
God, at least 2 or 3.
And Bobrovsky's only 35, right? He's 36. He turns 37 this year. So there was no room for Spencer Knight in Florida. So he signed a 7. So his contract actually ends up this year. Oh no, expires next year. So Florida might. They don't have a pick in the second round though. But if Florida had a second round pick, they would have taken a goalie. Chicago does, like I said, they don't need a goalie. They have everything set. I think they just roll the dice on defense. This is my pick, right?
Yeah.
They roll the dice on defense, and they take the kid. Your boy, the Chinese kid.
How you hang?
All right, Gil, you're on the clock with Nashville.
Nashville.
They took a
Oh,
goalie.
God. Now it's all D.
No. Here it is. Boom.
Okay, and you said goalie?
They went goalie. They took goalie. Joshua.
Oh, they took goalie last round. Okay.
No, they took goalie their last pick. which is on the 36. So they got
Okay.
2 second rounders.
Okay. He's been hanging around for a while. Nathan Bem.
Okay. Utah. What the fuck did they take? Who the fuck did they? They took Colin Potter the first round. They're going defense here. They're gonna go to the kid Dakota. What a name, Dakota Room Mullen. What a fucking name. All right, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Guess what, Tampa Bay? You're gonna get Zachary Morin because he's a moron. Gil, you're playing as Carolina. Pretend you're Rob Brendamore. You gotta get your little fucking white tip. Gotta dye your hair a little white on the top. I don't know why the fuck does he do that? That's fucking stupid. Looks fucking retarded. I just want to fucking pluck it. Like, all right, Gil, you're on the clock.
Okay. What do we got? No, not him.
So
Not him.
they took Artem Vlachinsky and Adam Bianc in the first round. Even though that's Dallas's pick, they still have the first round pick because they traded it for Mikko Rantanen. All right. So they probably
hold on.
They could go goalie here.
They need one, but I doubt they put a pick out for that.
They probably do it in the third round.
Yeah.
Like I said, this Czech kid came out of nowhere. Wojciech. Siha. Yeah. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Siha.
How about Eric Nilsson from Djurgården?
Okay. New Jersey.
A little bit of skill.
New Jersey loves their Czech players. Patrick Elias. He's Swedish, right?
He's Czech.
Is he Czech?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he was Swedish. Oh yeah, he's Czech. Well then, they love their Czech players. So, Wojciech Siha. All right, Gil. Minnesota. Where the fuck's Minnesota been? Where did they been? Minnesota is on the clock, Gil.
Oscar Davidson.
New Jersey's back on the clock. They're going to take the kid. Amelie Goutet. Toronto's on the clock, which means you get the last pick of the draft.
Toronto. Another Swede, Gustav Hillstrom.
They got to potentially replace Mitch Marner. Fuck, I'm picking New Jersey again? God damn it. They're going to take, what a name. What a fucking name. Matteo Nobert. Gil, you're picking as Pittsburgh. It says Washington, but it is Pittsburgh's pick.
Yeah.
They don't go goalie because they have their guy. They have their guy in net, that Larson kid.
Oh, and I am not giving them William Horkoff.
He's going to Vegas.
Screw it. Philip Ekberg.
All right, and then Vegas will end the draft off with William Horkoff. Not a bad draft. We'll see how next month's looks. Like I said, there's a couple guys that really rose up in the ranks, like Matteo Nobert, Wojciech Siha, Dakota really rolled up. Our boy Wang is still hanging around there. Ultimately, Gil, if you saw the Capitals taking Kutse and Nesbitt, would you be mad?
No. Not at all.
The question is, though, would that mean we'd definitely be moving on from Lapierre then, if we drafted those two guys?
Probably, yeah.
And potentially,
or just keep him around as an AHLer, although that doesn't make sense. I mean,
no, the thought bubble was a thumbs down. No, you had a thought bubble. It came up on you and it did this. It was like thumbs down. Here, let me stop sharing. It was like this.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, I could definitely see them trying, or they could put him on the wing. See if they can get him to work on the wing. Because Lapierre was a healthy scratch. He was a healthy scratch Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, he was a healthy scratch.
Ooh.
Unless he's hurt. He might be hurt. Let me double check. Doesn't say anything yet. Let me double check. So yeah, he was a healthy scat. It doesn't say anything about an injury. He was just a healthy scratch.
Mm-mm.
Andrew Crystal.
And he's got 1 foot out the door then.
Andrew Crystal and the Spokane Chiefs are moving on, and he has 12 points in the playoffs. Yeah. He's got 12 points in 4 games. He's only 3 points back from his fucking WHL season last year in the playoffs. He had 15 points in 11 games. He's already almost double that and less. We will continue to monitor these guys. The WHL playoffs second round starts tonight, I think. No, yeah, tonight. Tonight they have. Tonight is, I think, game 1. Yeah, game 1 of the Raiders and the Oil Kings. Nope, this is game 7. This is game 7. Okay. So game 7. So game 1 is Thursday. Yeah, game 1 is Thursday. Spokane does not play until Sunday, it looks like. They play Sunday. Game 1 is Sunday for Spokane. They play the Victoria Royals, which used to be a team in the AHL. I think. Who did Victoria used to be? They used to be the Tigers, right?
I think so. Sounds right.
No, they used to be the Victoria Cougars. That's what they were. And then they changed to the Royals in 2011, 2012. Yeah, the Cougars moved to Prince George, and that's where Terasek plays. Okay, so this was a great draft. Gil, you feel comfortable about what we did this time around?
Yeah, I think that's well, unless anything drastic happens, I think that's pretty much how it's going to go.
I could definitely see in that. Like I said, I think this is pretty much a good first 2 rounds for the Capitals. Are probably, like you said, being as Caps fans, would not be shocked if we go center, if we double dip. I mean, the latest mock draft simulator for the NHL has the Capitals going that way, anyways. So let's look at it. So right here we have Tankathon. So Tankathon has Matthew Schaefer going first overall, which makes sense. I mean, San Jose needs defense. They have James Hagan going to Boston. So it has Washington drafting. So they have Brandon Coots going 23rd. So, all right, so this will tell us. Yeah, that Montreal pick, Calgary's. So that was Calgary's pick.
We'll see.
All right, so they have us going. They have us going goalie. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I mean, that would be a hell of a pickup. That would be our future in net. But that's he'll be ready in 3 years. Like, we need a goalie that's going to be not ready for 4 years. But then they have us taking that fucking Czech or that Swedish kid, Jacob Ilwozniak. This is fucking. How is this so much different? All right, here we go. Let's read. Oh no, hell no, they're not getting Matthew Schaefer. Fuck out of here. We're not doing that lottery where Pittsburgh wins it. All right. Still have us going goalie. What the fuck? All right, let's see this. Okay, so Anaheim wins it. All right, we get Gilton Manchester, and then we get Cole McKinney. So this is the one I was looking at earlier. So this one has us taking centers back to back. But you know what? I kind of see they have Shane. They have Shane going 34th instead of later. That would be a hell of a pickup for Chicago. William Moore would be another hell of a pickup. He's going to Boston College?
Yep.
I thought he was going to...
BU? No.
Yeah, I thought he was going to BU.
No.
All right. Fuck, this is terrible. So, yeah, so... I could definitely, like I said, I would... You know what? It wouldn't shock me at all if we draft Joshua Ravensburg with our first pick. But if we do, we got to take Jack Nesbitt. Like, you got to take the kid. Like, he's not even on the draft board, dude.
Yeah.
Unless he's going first round. Oh, he did. He went to Chicago. I don't think Chicago takes him, though. They have too many centers. So I think I would think would be yeah. See they have Nashville taking him. Like I'm not shocked that Nashville will take him. Nashville needs a goalie for the future. So do the Capitals. I mean Joshua Ravensburg and Jack Nesbitt would be two hell of a picks. I think that would be a win-win for the Capitals. They'd get their goalie of the future. They get their center of the future. All right, Gil. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us for a mock draft. Ready? Get ready. 5. Hold on. Let me get rid of 5.0. Get ready for 6.0 next month. Like Gil said, it probably won't be any different. We might see a couple guys move here and there with the CHL playoffs and the Frozen Four ending next week. We could potentially see Sasha move up the boards for Boston University. Gil, who do you think, before we go, who do you think wins the draft lottery?
I think San Jose.
Do you think they go back to back?
Did they win it last year?
They got Celebrini.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that. I do not want to see Chicago win it again.
If they do, James Hagan's going first overall. They got hit that 1-2 punch with him, and that 1-3 punch. Actually, if you look at it, they have Carter Bedard at 1, James Hagan at 2, Oliver Moore at 3. That'd be one hell of a center line. Then they have Nick Foligno at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't think of.
Anaheim could win it. Seattle.
They could. I wouldn't be upset if Anaheim or Seattle won it.
Pittsburgh could win it.
Oh God.
I think Pittsburgh's winning next year's. I think they're going to throw him a bone next year, and they're going to get fucking that kid, Gavin McKenna, and that's going to be their next Sidney Crosby. Yeah. And then he's going to fucking torment us like Sidney Crosby. It's a fucking endless cycle. But if you could pick right now, who do you think would win it?
Probably Anaheim.
Do you think they take Schaefer?
Yeah, probably.
Because they don't have Drysdale anymore. They traded him. All right. I was trying to stall this for an hour. But all right, 59 minutes is fine. Thank you, Gil. We'll see you tomorrow for episode 22.
All right.
Is it 22?
I lost track.
We've done so many fucking episodes. Let me double check. It might be 23. 23. Episode 23, which I think we got to do $8.95. I think we're going to do a little tribute for Ovechkin. I have a little video It's almost 2 hours long, but we'll watch. We're not gonna watch it. I'm just saying, there's a video that's 2 hours long that I saw the other day that we can do something like that, but not 2 hours. We'll do like our top 10 favorite Ovi goals out of the 895 he scored. How does that sound?
Sure.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you guys for joining us on this month's mock draft. We'll see you guys again next month for mock draft 6.0. 2 more mock drafts after this one. 2 more. The NHL draft is in 2 months. Can you fucking believe that? 2 months. Holy fuck. The playoffs start next week. Can you believe that shit? NHL playoffs start next week. Fucking crazy. All right, Gil. See you later, my man. All right, say goodbye to everyone. Go Caps.
Goodbye, everyone. Go Caps.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely